Sure, yeah. Sorry, I was kind of catching up a little bit since I'm jumping in, but it looks like we're all live and we're set to go. Otherwise, I think I'm excited for this tournament. We got 5 good players. We're going to be jumping in and playing level 8, first to 5. Another good tournament.
Yeah, absolutely indeed. So now reading the list, we have Derek MC Douglas, Kodai, Aspic, Laomian, and Spider. So definitely very excited to see all of them. They've already joined previously.
Is that I'd say their skill levels are all fairly similar, so I mean, I honestly would have a hard time putting money down on who I think would win.
Everyone has really good potential, so even I can't really decide on a favorite. So yeah, they have to show me a bit more.
Yeah, I think Derek is our defending champion, though, correct?
Yep, that is indeed true. He's at the moment holding the badge, so really interesting to see. So also already a heads up, we will stream the entire right side of the bracket or the round robin. So it will mean we will see first Aspect versus Laomian, then we're gonna see Derek versus Kodai, and so on. So, and it looks like that yep, Aspect and Laomian are already in character select. So let's gonna see how they were gonna do.
Alright.
Players are already in character select, so now we just need
to wait.
Now we play our favorite game, the raiding game. At least that is a game I play a lot of times.
That's right. Anyone got any good jokes?
Any good jokes about raiding?
Oh yeah, and also, Kitty, you could jump over. I don't know if you have yet. Jump on over to the
to the game.
The match itself.
Exactly. Super perfect. And
there we go.
Yes. So very excited to see you. So everyone can also see our current character threshold, which also has now a new addition, Rattles. A bona fide intelligence who has a lot of bone jokes or puns. And he's British.
Best part of it. You know, it's exciting too. We have another one in the works, so we're always going to be having more characters coming in. And if you're always interested in having your own favorite characters put in, it's easy to mod things up. I know Kitty is playing with the default, but you can always have a lot more kind of going on.
That is indeed very true. So, very exciting match. Aspect putting out quite a good attack right here, with a lot of combos and chains. Where in the meantime, Laomian is chaining up a bit to give Aspect the pressure. So both players are relentless, and it looks like Laomian is falling first. So the first point goes to Aspect.
It was just a quick little snipe. You always got to be ready for those tiny bits of garbage, combo garbage that are just trickling down.
Speaking of that, it looks like Aspect was also having quite a quick attack in this regard. But it wasn't enough for Laomian to actually completely top out Aspect.
Oh. Well, right as you say that.
Yeah, it looks like the first curse has been spoken today, so I'm very sorry and at the same time welcome.
It's also, you know, early beginning of the tournament, people are going to get a little bit more wary of acts like that as things move on, I'm sure.
Yeah, very true. Everyone needs to first start to slowly get a bit warmed up if they haven't if they haven't done it already before. And well, I mean, some players don't need a warm up. Are warm right from the beginning. So it's different per player.
Right. I'm already seeing some good defensive habits from Laumian, being very quick to right as garbage drop. Even though he wasn't topped out immediately, he made sure to go ahead and pop something as a little clear just to give him some extra time in case something did drop. So good habits.
Absolutely, indeed, and it paid out. We have Leomin takes another point.
Mhm.
Interesting choice for Aspect, starting up with a pretty high stack and putting out already a quite beefy attack. So, but Leomin has also sent a lot of garbage. So yeah.
Right, and so when you play that, go for that high stack right at the beginning, that's another instance where you got to be really careful not to get quickly topped out, and you have to be sure that whatever you can't fumble your attack and accidentally send a whole bunch of nothing, or else you're just in a bad position.
That is indeed very true. So it looks like yeah, Leomin was a bit in a pickle with a lot of options and couldn't find
Yeah.
a side for one.
It looked like specifically he was going for an insert that wasn't going to actually be an insert, and he kind of realized it in the last moment and tried to change course and couldn't quite find something. But
That was a bad turn towards situation by Aspect's side, where he had to downstack from both sides and didn't have a clear possible. So yeah, that was unfortunate for Aspect.
right. This is definitely the intermediate is kind of the time that you want to start getting rid of that kind of habit where you build up these two towers on the side, then put yourself in a bad defensive position, because you can definitely assume at this level your opponent is going to begin to reliably
Send out a lot more garbage indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and time and the time factor is also not a lot available anymore, like on level 5. So panels will pop faster, drop faster, and your stop and health is also a lot less available.
Right.
Yeah, but it looks like Aspect really likes to go for high stack opener so far. Starting with a lot of panels for a lot of options, which definitely isn't a bad thing, but it can turn also into a demise of an early top.
Right. You know, and going for an insert kind of was his demise there, and I think maybe these players don't play on 8 a whole lot and are having issues with its funky timing. That may be a little hypothesis I have going.
Yeah, true. Regarding funky timings, the frames for actually performing frame checks is lesser than it would have been available on level 10. That's right. Like most players play already on level 10 or start to try to work on level 10. And if they then have to go back to level 8, yeah, then frame tricks will be a bit less inconsistent to perform. But yeah, we are talking a little bit too much about technical things. We have a game 9 already here on the board.
So true.
So now it's the big question, who of the two will take the first set?
Very first game, and we're already coming down to the wire. Looks like Laumian's in a little bit better position, not topped out, and able to just continue to send a big offense.
Yep, and he's also doing a bit of a factory scenario, which can be very nasty to clear, as not all the garbage is perfectly good connected. So Aspect has to watch out with his clears. Oh,
good.
Rest didn't connect. Oh, and for the greens it was a little bit too slow, sadly. Yep, this set goes to Leomin. Congratulations to him, and also GG's to Aspect.
Yeah, good games to both. I think that was a great showing from both players.
Absolutely. So, this was our first set, and it looks like Kodai and Spider have also already finished. It looks like. So yeah, our next set will be then Derek versus Kodai, actually.
Right.
Oh, actually,
maybe-
correction. It looks like Spider and Kodai haven't played yet, so then we're gonna hop over to them in the meantime, since
Let's check it out.
exactly.
So, I might check the chat and see where they are currently, or if they just. I don't think they just started, but hey, we'll see where things end up.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a bit of background check, though I don't see any messages in the tournament chat, so still looks fresh to me, but I mean, we will see. Maybe they will stop earlier or not. So, but yeah, something a bit about the players. Well, Spider is known for swapping like a madman, so you will see him swapping around a lot. So he is acting very fast, though he has sometimes troubles to execute his swaps perfectly, which is his unfortunate.
Could be a little bit of a high variance play style. When he's on and he's, moving with good accuracy, he can be playing well above the level that he typically plays at, but sometimes it's kind of like spinning your wheels, doing extra movements that aren't what you always want could be tough and unexpected.
Absolutely. And yeah, about Kodai, he is pretty much still a pretty new face around in the community, but he has already shown a lot of potential in gameplay wise, so he did advance pretty far so far. He even took, I believe, a novice champion badge once, and well, he's already holding pretty good on level 8 as well.
Right. I think the first novice tournament he entered, he won. So excited to see him continue to make a climb.
Absolutely.
Started out with a good 6 chain, so maybe putting some early pressure on to Spider.
Spider was also sending out a lot of combo garbage, but it still wasn't enough. And oh, a small little misswap. Couldn't down stack, so Kodai takes a point here as well.
But one good habit too that I think these players could keep an eye on is whenever you start to hear all those chaining voice lines, try to get your stack raised as much as you can right away. You don't want to be playing, you don't want a 6 chain drop down on you when you don't have a lot of panels, because you're going to want more options when you have that extra shake time.
Yeah. So the play is then here to get a lot more, or like faster garbage clears and more panels and options to keep your opponent more occupied. Oh, a little bit tricky on Spider's side, but his quick handling gave him enough time to find a way out. Though,
okay,
no.
but now he's only got.
No,
he's got the
he
second
only
tier.
Has second tier.
He finds it.
And got it in time. Celebrating.
Celebratory wiggle.
Yes, he's hyped right now.
Okay.
But he still isn't out of danger yet completely. Or actually, he is not completely topped out. But so isn't Kodai yet. So there has to be more garbage thrown out.
Right. Kodai stuck to a little bit of a low stack, which you can do when your opponent is really topped out and you just want to focus on maybe some combos or something. But now that Spider's all dug out, you kind of want to look over and see and say to yourself, I should probably get some more panels and remount that offense.
I mean, he got already some and sent it out already shock garbage, which does create quite a nasty layering here on Kodai's side, and yep, that took enough. And oh, it looks like the set was already started. So I
So
guess
that-
Spider took the set. Or something else happened. Good question.
I think that was it. Spider's reporting the score as 5 for him and 1 to Kodai.
Okay, yeah, I see I have confirmation I'm in the chat, so they did disconnect it on 3-0 for Spider, so the final score should be now 5-1, I believe. Alright, well, also a great set to see, and now we're gonna hop over to our next set, Derek versus Kodai.
Alright.
So both players can join in the lobby, and then we're gonna see. So,
There we go.
alright, there they are. Kitty is at the moment still on Spider versus Espic. So he has to hop over to the other stream.
Come on over, Kitty. There we go. Alright, so now we're all ready. We're all in the same place.
Yep. And hey Snitchel, yep, I am seeing you in the chat. So welcome to the stream. So interesting choice of Derek. He is choosing Esme as his tied character and is not going for something random. So interesting how. Oh, never mind. Reddles now. Also a good choice. So yeah.
Kodai gets to be featured in a little bit of some back-to-backs, so that's exciting to see. See how you do against the reigning champion.
Yeah, that will be also now very interesting to see.
I tried to get to that message before you did, Musical, but you were too quick.
Yep, he was too quick indeed. Thanks, Musical, for sticking around and keeping our chat clear from real garbage.
Oh, I wanted to click on that that link. I'm sure it would have been really cool.
Oh god, that's one way to start watching a stream. Oh,
Heyo Lego Woshi, welcome to the chat. Excited to have newcomers coming in. We're in our intermediate tournament, so should be seeing some good levels of play in just a moment.
Absolutely, indeed. Welcome to the chat and the fun. Ah, okay. Kodai has clicked on ready, so looks like both can now start.
There we go.
And here they go, indeed. A bit to kick off a swap on Kodai's side for the 6.
But we're stabilizing. We got a little bit more coming back. Though Derek is not letting him take too much of a breather and continuing to send some good chain garbage.
Yep, he is sending out quite the offense here and keeps layering up. Where in the meantime, Kodai hasn't sent much garbage yet. Ooh. And yeah, Kodai is a bit in a is in a tight spot right now. Not completely topped out for the moment, but he is slowly more and more to become.
Yeah, it's in this moment that you just kind of want to focus on stabilizing. You know, you don't need to try to do anything crazy to get your opponent topped out right away. Just focus on getting your panels set up and your board cleaned up a little bit as the garbage layers on, and come back to an offense when you have a moment.
That is indeed true. Like, that's very true. Because yes, you can send out your biggest attack, but if it also kills yourself, then yeah, you will sadly not live long enough to see what had happened. Oh,
Right.
so yeah.
I do know I have that from my own experience. Okay, Kodai doing a little bit of figuring it out. Okay, found the last possible solve at the top.
Yeah, just in time, and finding out some more beautiful chains, and also his next clear, very important. And in the meantime, Derek also now being topped out. So it's getting very tense right now between the two. Oh, yeah, that insert sadly didn't work as planned for Kodai, and that sadly took him too long to find a clear.
Right. I think in that instance it would have been better to maybe something at the bottom, you know, as for your transition, because you know that you were gonna, you could assume that he was gonna get topped out on the next little attack. He didn't have much room, so going ahead and popping something at the bottom of the stack so that you get a little bit of extra time may have been the move.
Yeah, very true. Ooh, that was a big chain from Derek, and it took, and it went all the way into Kodai's screen. But it looks like Kodai is also sending out a counter chain. But it isn't enough yet to completely top out Derek.
Derek is such a solid big chainer. I mean, so many of his matches he starts very consistently with a very strong offense that will really kind of fumble anyone who's not prepared for a big chain, you know?
That's, I mean in the lower levels, chaining is a good factor to play with, since being topped out is pretty much still a major task for new players to handle, and yeah, could make use of it. As defending, of course, requires quick enough solutions and in small little amounts of times. Oh, beautiful chaining from Kodai's side. A very strong attack here now.
That little four combo sneaking in.
Oh yeah, it's really in a tight spot, and oh, no. Just in time, Derek could waste and could get more panels to find a clear. So
Right. May have been tougher if the stack didn't raise and give him the one color he needed.
yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, yep. That was. Yep. So you want to say?
Oh, just a little bit of a misswap. He had the right idea, but kind of a back and forth in this situation.
It was so indeed. So, yeah, Derek at the moment starting off a little bit low, not having sent it out much yet. Where in the meantime, Kodai is sending out already a lot of combo garbage, giving Derek definitely not much stop time to act with now. But Derek is countering now with his chaining, so keeping it though still a bit short.
He's doing the right thing in burning, but he needs to downstack and give him a little bit more shake time.
Yes, sadly was enough, so Kodai has tied his head for now.
Big chain from Kodai. Derek's got a bit of a tower that he kind of fixed up there, evened out his stack, but now he's in a low stack situation with a big chain and another one coming.
Yep. Derek now being pressured by a lot. While in the meantime, Kodai has still quite a bit of freedom. Oh yeah, Derek now in a very low stack situation. His panels are burning, but he didn't had a clear yet. But Cat has no one had no one with the blues. Though he is still in a tough spot. Yet again a lot of burning, but finds a clear with the blues. Just in time, another one with the purples, good. But yeah, there were no more shake time sadly, and stop time immediately started running out. That's another point for Kodai.
Yep. And I was just kind of paying attention to Kodai's screen and noticed, you know, Derek was trying to use a lot more panels for an offense during that while he was defending, but he never really got Kodai topped off. So it's just kind of another one of those situations where you have to really evaluate: should I be spending my extra pan to defend or attack?
Yes, indeed. But yeah, Kodai at the moment going for the better approach, it seems, with slowly chaining up on the garbage to create bigger attacks which will stay longer on Derek's board. And oh no, Derek has to quickly find a solution, as yeah, time is not holding down for him.
Derek's doing well in defending.
Oh, and I just noticed that Musical did set up some predictions, so people go ahead and bet some channel points for who you think will win.
Wow, we have a lot get thrown at Derek's way. I appreciate the one person who said, "I think it's going to be Kodai." So we'll see who cashes out on that one.
Yes, indeed. Well, from the looks, it looks like a lot of points might be from Bowser. So looks like he made a bad choice again with his who to vote for.
Prepare to be sculled.
Both players sent their shock garbage just now, which is always good to go ahead and if you burn it up, then that's one less kind of color that you have to worry about. So it looks like on both sides they're going to just eat through that shock garbage, and it's not going to too much of an offensive factor.
Yep, that's indeed true. And sorry Bowser, but I don't have any future sight abilities, and I mean all I see you can see as well, so it's not like you can also try to see into the future.
If you ever do start doing that, just let me know. We'll buy some lottery tickets together.
Alright. Whenever I get the ability, I will let you know.
Thanks.
Oof. But yeah, at the moment Derek being under a lot of pressure, Kodai completely free of garbage, so he is allowed to do whatever he wants, and he is choosing low stack with combos. Definitely a good choice.
Derek did some good jumping back and forth between the second and first tier to get some multiple different clears. Love to see that.
Yep, but he still isn't out of danger and he needs to work on the tower. But he still is not out of the clear and oh, the combo garbage is not giving him a lot of time, so he is constantly on his toes now.
Prepare to be skulled.
Just
Yep, Kodai is still relentless with all the combos. Though it seems like it also slowly runs out, but we are 4 minutes in the game and yeah, raising speed is very fast. And that's
yeah, I was gonna say, just like you were saying, 4-minute game. That's very impressive.
absolutely. But yeah, the longer the game goes, the faster the race speed will be, and that definitely takes someone out of guard as well. So, match point for Kodai. So, Derek has to put in some work now to come back from that, and oh boy. Just barely getting that clear with the yellows.
That's all you can do when you don't have anything else is give yourself a little raise, and it worked out for him. Oh, but now he has to use the second tier.
Oh, yeah, but still a lot more. Going for an insert. Chaining up now a bit, a good choice. But he still needs a garbage clear here for the coming garbage. Oh,
Yeah,
that
he has
towers! And ooh, just in time. With finishing down stacking. So yeah, it looks now quite quite tense again for both sides. And Derek is going up for a big chain here, a 9 chain. But he still needs a garbage clear and has one with the yellows.
And it looks like on Kitty's screen it's showing 5-2, but it's still 4-2 just for anyone watching at home. We're on a match point for Kodai.
Yes, indeed, sorry. I think we do have some issues happening where the scores will pan a bit around, so we are sorry for the inconvenience already in advance. Oh, in the meantime, Kodai chaining up also very big to keep Derek occupied, but oh no, that yeah, this was an unfortunate situation where Kodai was locked out.
Right. And I would say it was the 7 combo that actually happened right beforehand that kind of burnt up a lot of the options. I saw it happen and was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was still looking like, oh, there's still a clear with the reds, but there was sadly not another panel to close the gap to actually make them connect, which was very evil to look at.
So looks like Derek is mounting a little bit of a chain back to Kodai, playing a little bit of our panel tennis.
Yep, Derek is still on the board here, able to take the sets still for his board. At the moment, Kodai being in a bit of a tougher spot right now. Though both players are still on pretty high stacks right now, so it could be on both sides happening at any time.
Derek accidentally popped that just a little early, but he's not topped out, so he has time to figure out another clear.
Just in time with the reds on Derek's side.
I will say, I think Kodai does often have immediate clears for garbage, but he seems to be a little quick to downstack, just to downstack. So I think that may, if you're ever listening to this recording a little bit afterwards, then you may also consider is taking your time, slowing down, and not downstacking just because there's an open hole in your panels. just waiting an extra second, making sure you have a good solution to the current setup.
Yep. This kind of reminds me on a favorite thing I did heard once, or I read once in the community. A flat stack is a dead stack.
That is true. It seems so counterintuitive. You'd think you'd want to clean things up and make things nice and flat. We always talk about having towers, but I think that's true too when you're especially dealing with a big chain. You need to give yourself more options.
Indeed. Instead of throwing down a panel you might gonna need for a clear more on the upper side, it would be then better to wait and see, okay, what can I actually throw down, and that gives me more the opportunity for a clear.
Oh, okay. Kodai figuring out clear there.
Oof, very close. Derek sending out now his shock garbage. Let's see how early we will start to see it. Oh, I have a feeling it will come very soon, after those clears on Kodai's side. Yeah, there they are, and on top also another big chain. Oh boy. But yep, Kodai already having cleared all of the garbage very quickly, so he got very fortunate with his clears.
Right, the fact that he was able to go directly to the shock garbage and skip the little piece that came before it was pretty fortunate.
Yes, indeed. Well, oh, this set is already looking so dense. Oh no.
He had the greens on the right.
Yeah, he had the greens. Oh, yep. Well, folks, another game 9 we have.
Game 9, hype.
So it looks like Bowser's points can be still saved from Derek.
I mean, just goes to show, you know, Derek is the previous champion, and for good reason. He really knows how to hold on and persevere.
Yep, that is indeed true. Oh no, Kodai having quite a tough spot, but luckily he still had time to race. Yep, let it fall. Good, good. But yeah, now Kodai really has to make good use of his panels and don't spend them randomly away.
Ooh,
Nope.
it's
Yeah,
just the
purpose.
purples. At the
but
time.
still- oh, tense. But
Yeah. Get many heart attacks every time I commentate.
Yep, same here now watching these two play. It surely makes me feel like, oh my god, I am in this situation myself.
Alright, some good chaining coming from Kodai to mount a counter offensive. Derek is ready, able to just quickly downstack.
So
Derek uses that second tier, so has more, doesn't have to worry about one transition, and then has the yellows on the right that he's going to maybe be able to use to clear. Yep, there we go.
there we go indeed. Good choice. Ooh, yeah. Kodai again a bit in a low stack situation, so he has to
Right.
work the panels good.
Got the
see
yellows
clear
that he
with the
can-
yellow. Oh, didn't
That's-
do that. Alright.
Went the long way, but hey, that worked.
Yep, he had to stop time for it. Oh, but Derek keeps chaining hard. Sending out another 10 chain. Yep, that will occupy Kodai now. 4. This is looking very tense.
Right. Kodai sending another big one right back. These two are starting to just continue to send big chain after big chain at each other, which, you know, is a choice. You definitely want to try to mix things up a little bit too, as you can, but it's also hard to do in the middle of a match.
Ingenious.
Yeah. Oh. Oof. Now both players on a relatively low stack situation. No. Oh.
Over all obstacles.
But
Transition
sad.
was tough.
It was tough indeed, and yep. Derek came back and took the set.
Yeah,
What
did a
a
great
count.
job bringing it all the way back.
Absolutely. So Bowser's points will be spared.
GG's to both.
Absolutely. What a bomb. What a bomber set it was. So, alright. Our next set will be Laomian vs Spider then now. So, so Spider did play it now previously Aztec in round 2, and the set was 5-3 for Spider. So, yeah, interesting to see how Laomian will now play against Spider, since Laomian played Aztec before, like that was the first that we were actually watching, and Laomian just had a little bit the upper hand towards Aztec, so yeah.
Right, I think this will be an interesting one. See if Spider can stay undefeated so far. They are underway. So, taking a little polite pokes just to get ourselves started.
Yep, and don't forget, we are also having predictions running up, so spend your points on who you think will winning. Oh, and yeah, a small heads up for Bowser. I don't know who will win. Do with this information what you please.
No one quite topped off yet. Still just trying to find our offense though. Laomian is sitting at 17 GPM, 8 now after that change, so maybe we're gonna see a little bit more pressure on Spider's side.
Yep. Now if Laomian keeps up the chaining, it will definitely create some layers and keep Spider occupied. And yeah, Laomian is going for that pretty good so far. The layering is created. Chains are still being produced, so yep, Spider is in a relatively factory positional situation.
Mm-hmm. And now Laomian following up with a bigger chain. Spider finds a clear.
But Laomian didn't have a direct clear yet, though has now found one with Daedalus, and oh, the decision. Popping, yep, he pops the shock blocks. But he is top out and didn't had anything for a bit of stop time to get more time.
Right.
So yeah.
I think maybe he was looking at an insert kind of situation there, but that would have been a little bit of real finagling for him to figure it out. He should have probably just jumped to somewhere else on his board and start making other clears.
Indeed. The offense was there, but the quick swap to defense was sadly not strongly realized yet.
Yeah, Spider doing his thing. He was at 470 APM. I did see him kind of riding high up there in that last match.
Yep. As already mentioned before, Spider is a quick swapper. He swaps and swaps around all like a crazy person. like a spider on crack.
We have another big bet on Spider this time with our channel points. We'll see if that pays out.
Yep. It looks like it was all Bowser's choice again.
Oh no, Spida, is he topped out? He has one last solution with the yellow of the blues. He could have done it, but he went with a wiggle.
Yeah, he went with the wiggle. Thought, okay, I gonna wiggle. I can do it, but sadly not.
Right. That's another little skill that you could start trying to hone a little bit is when you're down to absolutely nothing, you need to start looking at those blocks that are kind of crawling up and see if you have a solution. That would have taken a little bit of quick thinking, but those blues were there, and if I'd have had a good second or two to kind of process it and maybe find it. So, yeah, always keep an eye out.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, we have at the moment the score is 1-1. We see at the moment that it's 2-1. So already a heads up. It's 1-1.
Okay. Little combo attack from Spider. Almost sniped Lao Mian, but he made the correct down stack. That 4 block is gonna be a nuisance on Lao Mian. Oh no! Yep.
Yeah, it was quite the demise. Oh boy. Bitten through the blocks on Leomi's side. That was really nasty.
The perils of down stacking. Right. Lao Mian first to be topped out.
Spider at the moment still pretty free with his board.
Mm-hmm. Got a good counter coming back from Lao Mian, but is he prepared for the combo garbage that dropped afterwards?
He was a bit panicking, and it was looking quite nasty with the 4 combo pieces falling separately and not together. So, but yeah, now Spider has to find a clear, and oh yeah, panic, swapping, and yep.
He's got the purples? Okay.
I was gonna admit, I did saw already a few other clears, but Spider went too fast and unmade them already before I could actually mention them, so that's kinda what I see a downside on his quick swapping.
Yeah, I gotta like we were talking about. You gotta be good and intentional, and just like with Kodai and kind of down stacking manually just to flatten out the board. Gotta be very sure that what you're doing is the best kind of solution. This is a puzzle game after all, not an action game.
Yes, indeed. Got down stacking from Leomian.
Yep, he found the solve. That was good. Okay. But to that effect, what I mentioned before, I think you know, you kind of get that pressure of like the danger music and all that for a while, but once you kind of get used to things, you kind of realize that, especially with the shake time and all that, it starts to feel like you have more time and you can take things slower. So it might just be a skill that comes later, but
Yeah, I would say it definitely does. Though of course, tournament nerds, they will be, they will stay for a very long time, especially when
yeah,
the game.
very brutal, very tough on you. But we've got a tied up game, 2-2.
Yeah.
Starting out with a 3-chain from Lao Mian, 2 and some combo from Spida. I do like that Spida does send a good amount of combo garbage at all times, so it can always result in like quick snipes and things like that. It's always a good thing to start working in. We see a lot of big chains during the intermediate tournament, but I love to see some little combos too.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when opponents can't find yet quick clears for the garbage. It definitely is something that gets them very fast under pressure.
Mm-hmm. Lamian finds the blues. That's a good solution. Now he's going to get bombarded with some combo garbage again. He can burn up the stack a little bit. It could probably not topped out. Yep. That shock block doing a little bit of work against Lamian, but it looks like he's finding a good solution for that. But it definitely meant some garbage was sticking around longer than anyone wanted. Okay. I like how Lamian was patient with finding that solve for the blues. Had a lot of ways that he could have burnt it in the wrong direction, but very good and intentional, and almost got that clear.
Almost so close, just like 2 clicks away, I would say.
Mm-hmm. So Spider starting out with the bigger chain.
Looks like he is changing up his tactics a bit with every match. Not bad of a choice.
Right as I compliment him on his chains, he's like, I mean on his combos, he's like, no, I'll go for big chains. I'll show you.
It looks like he wants to play some mind games. Oh boy. Oh no, Leomian, that was dangerous.
Good stack raise. All you could do.
Absolutely. Yeah, went also very fast for it. Good choice, absolutely, indeed. So, but Spider now still a bit in a sticky situation. But looks like he already has resolved it pretty good.
Yeah, but Lamian's sent a good chain that's going to keep him topped out for a bit, and there's even an extra gross second tier for Spider that doesn't help at all, and...
Yep, there goes the panic swapping on his side. So yeah, Leomian has tied the set again, damn.
This is a close one. Right, starting off with our polite little pokes at each other. Both opting to go a little bit more low stack, or at least they kind of burnt through. Else just send their offense, and now we're waiting to see if anyone will raise back up.
Yeah, Leomian now a bit in a low stack point. Not having many panels, still a lot of places, and yep, good down stack with the light blues.
Mm-hmm.
It was an important choice to do. Else it would have turned ugly. Yep. Now working in second tier, also not bad of a choice. And now let's see how he will use the panels. So in the meantime, Spider already sending out shock garbage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be gross to deal with.
Yep, that is staying on top of Leomian. So, but yep, it looks like Leomian has good options to already get rid of it. But he still has a lot of panels to work with and more combo garbage to fall down. So time is limited still. And yep, going for the clears with the yellows. So now in the meantime, Spider having to figure out his clear.
Mm-hmm.
Going again for shock garbage. Let's see if it will pay out. It is on the board, but there's nothing after that, and Spider again a bit of a tricky situation, but has a good second clear. and is making
Does it? Mm-hmm.
and was making use of it.
Right. Oh, and he's burning through everything. Okay. Worried that there was going to be more of a combo attack on Spida, but he was fine. Meanwhile, Laumian not quite able
Yeah.
to find a clear at the end there.
Yeah, so he made a clear, but yeah, he had good options for next clear, but had sadly no stop time left to make it happen. And oh, okay. Now is the question.
I think it was 3 to 4, but the stream showed 3 to 5, so I wonder if maybe Spida thought he had already won.
Now is a good question, or maybe one of them deceit. Bit questionable now. Guess we have to wait for some answers right now. Ah, okay, they're back in lobby.
Oh, okay.
So it looked like there was just maybe some technical issues happening here for a moment.
So Laumian's at 3 and Spida's at 4.
Ah, okay, there we go. So Spider Screen was saying 5, so that's why he thought. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. With this score changing bug at the moment happening. So it is at the moment match point for Spider then, no?
Cheers.
So he has good.
So
So he has good potential right now to take the set. And stay undefeated so far for this tournament.
Cheers.
The question
Laumian is
is
not making it easy.
absolutely sending out a lot of garbage as well. Though he is, so Spider isn't completely topped out yet. For now. So there has to be sent more.
Right, but Laumian did do a really great job. He's been hanging around 20 GPM. It's kind of dropped down to 18, but he's been sending a lot of garbage. So this has been a real good effort to get Spida topped out.
Absolutely indeed.
Oh, that
Oh yeah.
Spida has to be smart about this down stack. Solution, that's good.
Now in the meantime, Leomian chaining up again a bit more, sending out more pressure. Spider and okay, Spider just randomly wiggling around his clear.
That was yeah, he what do you call that? He had just kind of undid his clear over and over. That was kind of impressive, honestly.
Yeah, wiggling is, after all, one of Spider's biggest pros he can perform.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely a heads up for that.
Right. Laumian's been very consistent and not had to deal with being topped out, but that may just be happening soon. Not quite. Nope.
Yeah, but slowly.
Oh,
and
here he
there's
is.
the last piece. Ooh, but-
Ate into some Laumian's health, so I think that's a really tough thing to handle, actually, is when you have not been topped out for a long time and then your opponent just kind of randomly hits you with a big wave. It's easy to kind of get off your groove and not be ready for it.
Absolutely, that's very true.
Okay, Laumian actually doesn't have too many options, but good with the purples.
Yeah, but now he has to go for another one. Vance found one with the knife blues, very good. In the meantime, Spider sending out already the next shock garbage. It should be now on the very top on the Leomian side.
Lamian got ate into his health again. Playing it real close at times.
Yeah. But yeah, Leonin
Oh.
is still not out of danger. In the meantime, Spider having a lot of panels, being in high stack, but not having solved everything yet into attacks and popping all his blocks.
Yeah, that was scary with Lamian's shot garbage being lit up like that.
Absolutely. But yeah, Spider is now on the offensive right now, sending out a lot of garbage more. Keeps raising also his stake, his stack for more offense. So yeah, Leonin will be now constantly topped out for the moment, and it's also already bit through his health. So yeah,
That's gonna be even harder.
That's
He's
gonna
not
be
gonna
even
get that
harder
back.
now. He's not getting it back because he's still topped out. So yeah, tough spot. But oh, Spider also now in the top spot. Just had the last clear with the greens. Now again, Leomian has recovered his health, so he asked for that a bit more time again. Oh boy, it's a back and forth right now here happening. Oh no, Spider panicking a bit, and
Oh.
yeah, I couldn't find it clear in time, so that is another game 9.
Right, another game 9. And you know, Lamian, what the little swap that I think he was going for, so I don't know if Lamian was going to live another half a second. That may have really come down to just a little bit of health, you know?
Yeah, it was very close to see then also that the health was actually scratched on. So it definitely was scary to see. Alright, so
Game 9, baby.
yes indeed. Find a decision point, whoever takes it, takes the set.
I guess the first one would be
topped out, indeed.
just you were saying I was worried for him.
But he has things under control again. He's now laying out for his clears. Good setup. Oh, in the meantime, Leomian has now also a bit low on panels, but raised up fast enough.
Very good. Has the purples. He doesn't go for the immediate clear. He's down second. He's finding another solution. Okay, good with the reds.
In the meantime, Spider waiting a bit, probably analyzing the situation on Leomian's side. Oh no. Oh, they just got... Oh, just in time for Leomian.
Prepare to be skulled.
Yeah. Leomian has a full board still. Yeah, that was it.
That was it. Good game, man. Another game 9. Very close match. I told you. When I looked at the 5 contestants, I was like, man, these guys are really close to each other, and it's gonna be some close games. And here we are.
Yeah, what a close set indeed it was again. So we really have a lot of luck at the moment with game 9s it seems. So that's
Especially them all happening on the right side of the bracket.
yeah, also the side we intend to stream, of course.
Almost
so,
like
yeah.
planned.
Absolutely. So, alright. We continue to round 4, where we will now watch Kodai vs Aspik. So, also very interesting to see. I think both are on pretty good self levels. So, definitely excited to see. And Who knows, maybe it will be another game 9 game set.
And Asbeck is also a previous intermediate tournament winner, if I'm remembering correctly. I think he's won it a couple times. Or am I thinking? I think he's won the novice tournament a couple times. I may be mixing that up.
I believe Asbeck had won both, novice and intermediate. Asbeck is also someone who's been around for quite a long time. I must gonna admit.
Right.
So and yeah, I definitely saw him already running around with the novice and the intermediate batch. So yeah, he is definitely longer around and definitely knows how to play.
Right. Meanwhile, Kodai is probably one of the newer people in the scene, so it's kind of exciting to see young versus old, or maybe new versus. Maybe not young versus old, but
let's say they have like one generation difference. I would say. But alright, both are now in character select. So they are ready to go. Oh boy, Bowser can't decide who to vote for. Decided now to go for Kodai, it seems. I mean, guessing from the amount he has put it up. Oh no, wait, it was actually Deagle. Never mind. Didn't say anything. Alright, good choice. Betting on the new generation. I mean, I'm definitely nothing wrong with that.
see if it pays off for you.
Well, Bowser is going for the old timers. So yeah, we have respective amounts playing against each other. So damn, one of them will sing, while the other one might gonna cry.
Superb. Brilliant.
Alright, so Asbeck doing a very good job of having a consistent attack with some chains. Has some interesting layering over on Kodai, but that has left Kodai with a third tier clear to use.
Oh yeah, it looks dangerous though on Kodai's side, and sadly his time ran out. So the first point goes to Asbeck.
Very big chain coming from Kodai. An 8, a 9. Love it. That is going to keep Asbeck occupied for a little bit.
Maybe even a bit longer, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was unfortunate downstacking on Asbeck's side. So
Right.
Yep. A very big but working snipe apparently. Oh no.
Another quick one. No.
Oh, it looks like Asbeck is getting a bit overwhelmed with his clears. Like fiddling a bit too much around.
Gotta shake it up and keep on going, you know. If you don't have a solution, you just gotta burn something. You can't die if you're popping something. And yeah.
That's indeed very true. The best way to play this game is to constantly do something.
Cheers. Superb.
Yeah, I subscribe to the Church of Big Chains, Deagle.
Right. Cheers. Superb. Brilliant.
Speaking of big
So does
chains,
Kodai.
it looks
Yeah.
like Asbeck is also preparing out now a big chain here.
Let's see, at a 9. Dang. And then Kodai entering with a 5, 6, 7.
8.
We love the chains, but leave yourself some options for making a clear.
Yep. Oh, going the longer road with the yellows, but still on time here.
Right. That's one of those little micro efficiencies you could take a look at when you do the replays, Kodai, and see if I don't know, the order in which you down stack and all that is matters, especially in something like in level 10 when you that little half a second would have killed you.
Yep, that's indeed true. Now, in the meantime, Aspect had to fiddle a bit around for a clear and had a scratch on his health bar, but has it already recovered, though he is still in a pretty low stack situation. And only has yellows left and... oh. Okay, second clear. I didn't have to see that yet immediately. Phew. But yeah,
He also did a good job setting up the purples to give himself another option. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
it worked out at the end, so definitely good choice.
Glorious. Flawless.
So now in the meantime, Kodai burning out quite a lot of blocks, sending out more bigger chains.
we love it.
Yep, this is definitely a big chain game here. Oh yeah, Aspect going on 11. They are both complementing each other's chains, it seems.
I think it's just so common too when someone sends a big chain, it's easy to just send another one right back. It just kind of lends itself well to it. So yeah, that's how it goes.
That is very true. I mean, big chains are easily being used to create big chains as well, because of the amount of clear time it has to be spent in. That's how
Aspect did a good job going for those blues instead of maybe the purples. I like the choice he made there.
So yeah. In the meantime now, yeah, Kodai was needing a bit of time to figure out the next clear. Yeah, this is another tense situation right now here.
Say they're both in a good situation, at least with the number of panels they have to make.
Oh no.
Yeah. Shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Kodai had
Yeah.
a bit of problems with downstacking, it seemed, and unfortunately made the wrong choice.
Right. Kodai definitely had some winning choices that he could have made during that downstacking sequence, but so you can always review that and see what can you do differently.
Yep, Bowser, I'm feeling it as well. So far it's staying 2-2. Scores are being buggy again. So, yep, Game 9 potential is very strong here again.
And I promise we're not modifying the scores so that we always get game 9s. Even though it may look like that.
Yes. This is our commentator's promise we give you all. Everything is
Always game 9.
Okay, that I wouldn't promise, but
Not that promise. Oh, sorry. Alright. So, who's going to be topped out and first?
good question. Who will it be? Good decision from Kodai to downstack first the right side instead of the left side. But yeah, it looks like Aspect is now at the moment in the top out situation. Has a lot of planets, so he has to make good use of them. While being topped out, of course. going quickly for the +4.
I will say, when you're topped out, the last thing you want to do is an insert and kind of bet it all on a trick. So I'd love to see if, could figure it out for that in that moment, but yeah, try to find a safer solution.
Yeah, that is indeed true. Frame tricks should be only used if you feel very confident and if you really have almost no other option, or you have really the time to do that.
It's almost like level 8 is is the perfect training ground for that specifically. It's the level where we kind of say, what if every single one of the tricks that you're kind of used to doing actually failed half the time? So it starts to give you that idea of, well, maybe I should find another solution in case this insert or this slide doesn't quite work out.
Genius.
I should already be looking for one.
Indeed.
Picking a low stack situation. Okay.
Oh, going for the reds, getting the reds. And already has the next clear ready, so in the meantime Kodai also being heavily topped out with the chain garbage.
I'd love to see these big chains get cut a little bit more often, especially when you know your opponent is going to have more big chains already dropped and you have some queued up.
Prepare to be
Oh boy, a mystery chain. Or aka also a 50 chain in this case.
Right.
So yeah, both players definitely are topped out now. I guess that is a guarantee I can give. Oh no! Oh no! Kodai, no!
You're in the presence of a bona fide.
Burnt his last option.
Yep, that resulted sadly in a lockout. Up, the score is even again for now. So
Back to it.
back to it. Settling down the road for game 9 even more and more.
It's like we planned it.
Right.
Right. Guess we're gonna have a little bit of pressure now. Finds a good clear.
Brilliant.
In the meantime, Kodai keeps chaining up, and well, regarding Aspect's board position, it definitely is paying out really good.
Right. I think Espik could really try to focus when you're under this kind of situation, this kind of pressure, making sure that you don't do any unnecessary clears. Because I've seen him burn through a lot of his resources.
Just a skeleton. I am a
He had a
legend.
Shogun he may have been able to get, but that was just tough for Espik too.
Yep, so now we have game point for Kodai. So Aspect has now to do a counterpoint.
Bring us to that game 9, Espik. A double Shogun from Espik. How did?
That was
I
looking
wasn't
pretty
quite
cool
looking.
indeed.
Yeah.
I also believed almost that it looked like 6 clear, so definitely had to look off it.
Style points are the most important points in this game.
For some it is indeed, and I must admit I also like style points.
Brilliant. Glorious. Flawless.
But yeah, Aspect at the moment. Oh no, light blues, yellows also
Yeah,
good.
he had-
No, no! Oh! Oh no.
That was a tough one. Got to make sure don't be in a low stack when you got big chains coming at you. But good games to us both. Those were excellent matches.
Yep. Those were really great chaining games, and oh, it looks like Bowser is the one screaming right now.
No, me points.
How do I keep winning points? Oh. Oh yeah, the small sufferings of gambling points. Alright. So yeah, that concludes round 4 it seems. So we gonna head out now to our last round. Where we have
Spider versus
Laomian.
Derek.
Yep, Spider versus Derek, which we will see, and passively we have Laomian and Kodai playing on the other side. So this is going to be very interesting.
Especially with Spider and Derek, they're both undefeated. So this is for first place.
Oh yeah, so this is technically our grand finals now for this round. So yep, that's even more reason to spend a lot more points to gamble on. I mean, who didn't want to do that? And yeah, both players are also already
Also on the-
effect. Yep, sorry.
And just a quick aside, our Laomian versus Kodai match, they're both at 2. I mean, they're both fighting for third place as well. Whoever wins that will take third. So it's almost like we have the full final bracket happening all at once.
Yep, damn, that you don't see that all the time, indeed. So predictions seem to be up already, so make good use of it, I would say. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how this grand final will play out. The previous champion versus a new challenger. Who is gonna take it? Alright, Chaos has given the go, and here we go. Our grand finals of the intermediate tournament.
Okay. We had a Spider was not moving for the first couple of seconds, so I was a little scared, but we've got action.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of actions. Oh yeah, he keeps chaining and beating up, and damn, he took the first point here, right off the bat.
Right. Right. If Derek can get back in his groove of his usual big chains, did a smart raise there for Derek.
Oh nope. Just wanted to say there was a good clear with the yellow pot available. Oh, good choice of that outsert chaining, I would almost say. Moving a panel out just on the moment of falling panels.
Saving a match before it happens is also a good skill to pick up when and noticing when you need to do that.
So, but yeah, it looks like both players are playing it so far pretty safe. There's not much garbage being sent out. Though, okay,
I think
never
that's
mind.
very common. Yep, that was it.
Yep.
I think it's really common in the final match to play it a little safe and slow because of tournament nerves.
Absolutely, indeed.
Right. Cheers.
Two big chains from Derek.
is gonna keep Spider occupied for quite a few time.
Especially Derek's big chain that he just sent had a 4 combo, a 6 combo, and a 7 combo all mixed in. That's gonna be some good layering for him, potentially. Looks like, but it did give Spider a second tier, so he might just be eating through that.
But sticky situation for Spider. Just barely manages to get a clear with the light blues. But yeah, Spider has now to make good decisions here. So and not just quickly swap around and hope and pray. I mean, he has still a lot of panels, so actually just paying out for him right now.
Ooh. Spider finds a save. Good job. He has a 3rd tier clear.
Which is now a 2nd tier clear.
And he finds it.
Good.
Prepare to be stung.
Derek sending out now shock garbage. Which does immediately drop on the board, but it isn't still enough to top out Spider completely.
Derek can get some more. Yeah, good layering on there. It can be that shock garbage is now going to be a menace.
Oh yeah, but Spider's now sending out a 5 combo shock garbage, and it does do a pretty dent on Derek's side. Oh, but yeah, Spider has to work through shock garbage now himself through. Luckily he isn't topped out, but he still has to find a clear and...
Have a glass
wait.
of milk or a squirt of oil.
Oh,
That was a good match.
Yeah, but Spider still has health on his side. It almost
Oh.
looks like he accidentally raised. Yeah, that's what it almost looked like. So for me that he pressed accidentally raised, because he was not completely topped out and was raising towards the top. So yeah, that is looking a bit unfortunate. And oh, it looks like
It looks
are-
like.
looks like
Oh,
they
sorry.
had- yeah, it looks like they had a disconnect. Oh, never mind.
I think it was just that the score on the stream showed Derek had 3 when he actually has 2, and so Spider just wanted to take a quick second and clarify that. So we have we're back at it.
Oh, that was alright. I also have the overview of the scores, so it's all good.
Right. Cheers. Superb. Brilliant.
So how are
Big
the
7 chain coming.
Well, regarding predictions, we have well, the majority is going for Derek, and only 400 points are for Spider's side. So, well, not many people having faith in Spider, which is kind of a shame.
Superb. Brilliant.
Oh, Derek has to figure out a good solution here. Didn't have to actually.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Spider sadly didn't find it clear and didn't find the time to quickly solve, so this is another point for Derek.
So we're at 3-1. Looks, or may also be showing, yep, that Derek is at 4, but don't let your eye leave you.
Yes, indeed. The score is actually 3-1. Oh yeah, looking tricky again on Spider's side. Oh, no immediate clear.
Okay. Clear that helped him out.
Ooh, just barely got it with the yellows.
Derek has got a very consistent offense, I'd say. He will keep you topped off if you let him.
Mm. Oh, it definitely looks so, because Derek himself is not topped out for a lot at all. So he has a lot of time on hand to make it hard for Spider.
Prepare to be skulled.
Okay, not right now, but before.
Unfortunately, Derek's shot clock in this situation is kind of good. It's probably won't. Yeah, I got eaten up right away. But so it goes. I like burning them instead of always using them for offense, like I've mentioned before.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, oh no! Again. A lot of no's.
Right, Spider burnt the reds he had. Oh,
No, that's a lockout.
yeah. He had a lot of solutions along the way, but kept kind of burning them, not quite the way that they needed to. So it's tough to do.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, Derek writing in the Twitch chat that he needs a minute. So, alright. Well, let's see how it's going on the other side. Oh, okay, so our third place is looking like that it is a Kodai with a straight 5-0 against Laomian. So, yeah, congratulations, Kodai, for getting third place already.
Absolutely. Yeah, like we said, he's new to the scene, so it's really exciting to see him playing so well in the intermediate already.
So, yep. Yeah, it looks
Looks
like
like
we have to wait for Derek for a moment.
he says he's ready.
Oh.
He's at match point, so he's poised to strike. Potentially, one more win for him would mean that he successfully defends his title. Or will we be seeing Spider walk it all the way back, snag 4 wins consecutively, and take the title for himself?
Yep. Big moment.
Dodging. Right.
Right, so both staying a little bit low. Right as I say that, Spider pushes up. But oh, and got a very cool 10 combo that I think was just from the fact that he swapped panels one frame after another, so that it just all happened to pop at the exact same time. That was cool to see.
So at the same time, he is already in a tough situation. Oh, no, he needs
Okay.
another clear. Oh no, he's burning a lot.
Ah,
Said he couldn't make it quick enough with the light blues. So yeah, there we have it. Our intermediate tournament champion for this March is Derek. He has successfully defended his title.
right. Congratulations to Derek for taking first, and good games to Spider for taking second. We'll take a look at our bracket and see the final results. We've got, like we mentioned, Derek in first, Spida second, Kodai who snagged third, and then we rounded out with Laumian and Espic. Overall, it was really great matches. You can see that I think everyone played really well, and hope everyone had a good time.
Absolutely, indeed. That was quite a good tournament, I must say. So I had at least a lot of fun. The matches were really good to see. So it definitely was a blast. So I thank you all for joining us for this tournament and watching it with us all. And yeah, and here we already have the final score with the badges. Derek on first, Spider second, and Kodai on third. And of course, honorable mentions also to Laumian and Espic for participating as well. Everyone played fantastically. Everyone showed great matches. So, as already said, definitely a great blast we had today.
Right. And I will also quickly plug some of our other things that we have going on. We've got a touch tournament that is scheduled to be happening in 3 hours for players up to silver. That'll be on level 5, I believe. So if you're interested in joining that, stick around and we'll see you in 3 hours. We also have a Majin match that's happening in, I believe, like an hour or so. I'd have to see real quick. But that's going to be... Yeah, I'll pull that real quick. I believe it's Sanker versus Decrates. That'll be happening in about 40 minutes. So I think maybe Lava is electing to stream that. We'll have to see, but just stick around for that. That's going to be, those two players are both around Diamond, and it should be a really great showing of some high quality, high levels panel swapping.
Absolutely, indeed.
And
so definitely a treat to watch as well.
Yeah, and so if you're not in the Discord, and that's the greatest place to find all the tournaments that we're doing. We do just about a weekly tournament for a different level each week on Saturday. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure to jump in and check it out.
Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna post the Discord link as well if no one beats me already quicker to that. Yep, there we go. So here in the chat we have the link. So if you are interested in joining those tournaments or in general with the community and the players, feel free to join and you will be welcomed.
Absolutely. And also I'm going to give a quick thanks to Kitty for doing all the streaming and Chaos for running and doing the TOing for the tournament. And I appreciate you joining me out here on the microphone, Dylon.
Yeah, absolutely. Also shout out to Bowser who did also do a few side TOing on the run, like posting our streaming link. And I also thank you, Paulie, for joining me for commentating.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always great to be here. So looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely, likewise. All right. With this being said, yep. Have a great day, everyone. See ya maybe in a bit for the next matches, and else see you around.
Bye. Good games.